Hi everybody, I'm Katie. Welcome back to my kitchen. And today's recipe calls for indulging. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make hamburgers, keftedes, Greek keftedes, or meatballs. It's something in between. And for a side dish, I'm making French fries, but in a very special way. So what do you say? Let's see the ingredients so we can get started. Okay, we're going to need some ground beef here. I have about 700 grams of ground beef or a pound of ground beef. A little bit of flour, all-purpose flour, olive oil of course, pepper, salt, a little bit of vinegar, 2 onions, some bread that I've soaked in water, stale bread, parsley, and a little bit of peppermint. These are the ingredients for the meat. Now we're going to see the ingredients for our potatoes. This is a serving for about 2 people. I need about 6 pieces of potatoes, medium size, a little bit of margarine, some paprika. This is hot paprika. You can use sweet paprika if you like it. I want it spicy today. A little bit of oregano and 2 olive cloves. That's it, guys. Those are the ingredients. So let's start cooking. Okay, let's start with the meat. With our ground meat, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. Not a lot, just a little, because they are going to fry. Okay, I'm adding in my pepper. You can put, of course, as much as you like. My salt. Like that. Vinegar. The vinegar is going to tenderize the meat. My parsley. Finely chopped. Lots of parsley. It gives a great flavor. Very healthy for you. I'm going to chop that later because I forgot to chop it. I'm putting in my bread. Like I said, I've soaked it. This is stale bread. Do not use bread, sandwich bread. It's going to become mud. You want Italian bread, Greek bread, stale. 3-4 days, soak it and put it in. You know, mush it together, put it in. Okay, put those ingredients in, and I'm going to grate my onions. Finely grated. You know, this recipe, if you put this mixture in your refrigerator for about an hour with a plastic wrap on top, you're going to get much more flavor. But because we don't have time now, I'm going to fry it right now. Okay, I'm almost finished with my second onion. Like that. And now the only thing that we're going to do is we're going to mix all the ingredients together. Combine everything nice and fine. Like that. From the bottom up always. So we can give it a good mixture. Break down your bread. Okay, you're going to have to do this for about at least 10 minutes, I should say. So the meat could go and break down. Like that. You could put garlic. I don't put garlic in this meatball recipe, keftedes recipe. I use it in other recipes that I make, ground beef and hamburgers. I'll show you in another recipe. Okay, I'm going to finish with that, and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like. Okay, now I'm going to chop my peppermint nice and fine. This is going to give it a wonderful flavor. When you're making mincemeat and hamburgers, don't put too many herbs. Don't mix them up. You're not going to have a specific flavor. They're going to get overwhelmed from what you're eating. Okay? All right, the peppermint is in. Give it a good mixture again. It smells wonderful. And you know something? When Greek women make keftedes and they're frying them, you can smell it 7 blocks away. And I'm not kidding. It's one of our favorite dishes. Okay, part 1 of the meat is ready. My mixture for my hamburgers is ready. Come and see what it looks like. It's going to get really lighter in color, and that's when you know that your mixture is perfect so you can fry. We're going to put that on the side, and we're going to start with our potatoes. Our special potatoes, I'm just going to slice them for frying like that. Okay, I've left one last slice. I've sliced my potatoes into nice strips like that. I don't want them thinner. I want them to be nice and hearty. I sliced them in 4 pieces, each potato, and then I just sliced it again into 3 parts. That's it. Okay, we're ready here. Now, into this, I'm putting in some margarine. Like that. Oregano. Be generous with your herbs because they're going to give it the flavor that we're wanting. And some paprika. This is hot paprika. If you want, you can put sweet paprika, okay? And to this, we're putting in our salt. Potatoes love salt, so be generous in your salt. Pepper, black pepper. You may never have seen this recipe before. Let me get my grater. This is given to me from a very beloved girl. It's not my recipe, but when I tried it, I loved it. I don't make it all the time when I fry potatoes, but when there's a special occasion, this is how I make it. Okay, we're putting in our other garlic, cloves. Going to give it a wonderful flavor because I don't have garlic here, I have onion. I have garlic here. I don't want the same flavors in all my food. I want something different. And that's the last one. And all we're going to do is just combine and mix all our ingredients. At this point, I want your stove on high. I want 4 cups of olive oil in a large pot or a medium pot so we can fry these. And we're just combining, just like that. So everything could go everywhere. We're going to wait for our oil to be nice and hot. When I put these babies in, I want the oil to scream. Okay, my oil is nice and hot. Let's put them in. See that? My oil is screaming. Just a couple at a time. And now, quick tip here. When you're frying French fries, I want a nice hot oil in the beginning. Once I put them in, I'm going to put my stove on medium high, like that. I don't stir them, I don't bother them, they fry alone. I'm putting a lid on, and in about 15 minutes, I'm going to put my stove back on high, another 10 minutes, and they're ready to come out. That's the secret. Do not take your fork or spoon, whatever you use, and you start flipping them over and moving them around. You're going to get mashed potatoes, all right? Okay, let's go to the next step. Okay, at this point, my potatoes are ready to go back on high, like that. See how they are? Just like that, and I'm going to cover them. We're going to leave them on for about 10 minutes, and they're ready. Let's go back so we can start with our meat. Our meatballs. All I'm doing is taking a little bit with my hands, like that, making it into a little ball. And I'm going to put some flour. I'm going to dust them, like that. Don't squeeze them. Don't put pressure. I want it to be nice and tender, crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Like that. Just pat it through, put it on your platter so you can have a head start. We'll make one more. Like that. Flour. Dust it off. My oil for my hamburgers is nice and hot. Same goes for that oil. I want it to scream when I'm going to put in my hamburgers. Let's go. Once I place them in, we're going to put our stove again on medium hot. A few at a time. You don't bother them, you don't move them. They're not going to stick because we put flour on them. Okay, I'm putting it on medium high, like that. Let's look at our French fries. They're almost ready to come out. The first batch. You see that? They're not sticking. Beautiful. They're ready to come out. Look at all those seasonings inside. Gorgeous. The smell is spectacular. I hope you have a hearty appetite. Okay, let's put the other ones in, the last batch. And we're done with our french fries. Almost done. Like that. And again, the same thing goes. I don't bother them. Now my oil is nice and hot. I have it on medium high. I don't have to put my stove back on high. Cover the lid and wait. Okay, we're going to turn them over now. They need about 5 to 6 minutes on each side. Like that. Beautiful. One more. Let's see our potatoes. Okay, they need about 5 minutes more and they're done. I'm going to finish the rest and I'll be back so I can show you what everything looks like. Okay, these are ready to come out. The first batch, my french fries are ready. Beautiful, golden brown. My cameraman hates when I say that, but they are golden brown. I'm going to put the rest of the hamburgers and we're going to set the table. Okay, guys, everything is set. Come and see what they look like. Beautiful Greek keftedes with a spicy french fry. Put them on a wooden board. Serve them like this to your family. It's just beautiful, wonderful. And actually, it's for 3 people. Let me give you a little tip here. Serve it with a beautiful, juicy tomato. Just cut it, not all the way through, like that, like a flower. Open it like this. Place it on your cutting board. Put a little bit of oregano. So simple. The simplest things in life are the best. A little bit of salt. Drizzle a little bit of olive oil. And there you have it. A perfect, perfect mother meal. Your family will love it. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. I'm looking forward till next time. And be aware because we're going to make pita, Greek pita with phyllo. Just a phyllo, that's what I'm going to show you in my next recipe. Have a great day. Bye.